All right, what is going on? This is Breaking Free Speech. I know it's been a while. I haven't done a podcast in a really long time. It's because things are crazy. But look, things look different right now, right? Uh, Life's crazy and the world's crazy and things change. And so I had to move my podcast studio, which involved me finishing my attic. So now I have a new space. I'm using a new podcast camera. It's a little bit sharper. I've tweaked the interface I'm using. So I'm going to try to look at you at the camera, but I'm also looking here. If you're on YouTube, if you're just listening to this, then you can't see where my eyes are going. But I think we're going to jump in to, I guess, what we'd call this is the third season of Breaking Free Speech. And I got a lot of stuff to talk about, but we're going to keep this one light. We're going to keep this one fun. We started 2023 with a very interesting question on the sign-in sheet, and I kind of wanted to go over it because I think it's hilarious. So we're gonna do one of those episodes where it's March 7th, so we're 3 months into 2023. So let's check out our sign-in sheet data. And things have been changing at the skate park. Demographically, things have been changing. So these numbers are actually different. If you go back to one of our older episodes, we've gone over these numbers. So I'm gonna start right at the top, and we're gonna switch scenes here. Cool, that's great. Happy that worked. So if you're watching, we got the sign-in sheet data in front of us. If you're listening, I'll do my best to describe it to you. So our top visiting customers so far are Louie, Jared, and George. So congratulations to you guys. You're right up there on the top. Let's look at what people are riding. This is the largest gap we have ever had between skateboards and scooters. Historically, they're within 5% of each other, and look at this gap now. 48% skateboard attendance, only 27% scooter, and we're up to 19% bike. That's the highest percentage of bikes we've ever had, but you don't know if that number is skewed because overall attendance is down. But that's pretty cool. Quad skates up to 2%, inline skates 6%. Dirt jumpers 2%. That's probably all Ben Tripp and the little new guys, Tyler and whatnot. As far as what best describes your skill level, pretty typical. 56% say they're intermediate. 26% say they are beginners. We have 12% saying they are expert. That's pretty typical. Moving along, the age demographics, we switched this from people just writing in what their age is to just general age brackets. And when you look at this, pretty even spread. Our biggest demographic is going to be the 20 to 30-year-olds, followed by a very close tie between 16.5% for 9 to 12-year-olds, 16.2% for 13 to 16-year-olds, and 15% for 30 to 40-year-olds. Only 9% for over 40 basically dead. This is pretty interesting, though, that the 17 to 19, the almost an adult, almost kind of an adult category, 10%. So that's fun. Moving along, gender, who cares? And here we go. This is the big one. This is the real big one. I'm actually going to see if I can expand this a little bit bigger. This is the question. It's hilarious. I will preface this by saying I have gone out of my way to make sure Breaking Free Skate Park is apolitical. The world is stressful, politics are polarizing, and personally, I dislike when businesses make political stances. Because I don't go to the coffee store because of their political ideology or views. I go to the coffee store that makes good coffee or is, conveniently located on my trip to where I'm going, whatever, it's just how the world works, right? At its core, what Breaking Free Skate Park offers you is a place that you can come ride and relieve your stress. And I think the last 2 years or so have been particularly stressful. A lot of political and social things to stress you out. So the last thing I want people to do is come here and have more of that. I don't want you to come here and be like, oh God, right? These are just X or these are just Y people. I want there to be no trace of that when you walk in. that's why you're not going to see me post anything that's pro this, pro that. It's just come ride, have a good time. Just obey the golden rule. Don't be a dick, and we're all going to get along, and everything is going to be great, right? Right? That's how it works. So, the question, which I tried to make this tongue-in-cheek, it is not political. But the question is, who would be the best president of the United States of America? And your options were Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Narrench, which is me. A lot of people don't realize I'm Narrench. Josh Allen, Waffle House Wendy. If you don't know who Waffle House Wendy is, just Google it. And a ham sandwich. And I think this is really telling that 40% of people that come to Breaking Free Skate Park think a ham sandwich would be the greatest president, or at least the best president of the United States, given those options. Am I offended that you chose a ham sandwich over me? Perhaps a little bit. Now, here's another interesting thing. Josh Allen was kicking my butt. And then the Bills do what the Bills do, and they blew it. Josh Allen's performance in that last game was pretty lackluster. Then that affected the election here, the Breaking Free Skate Park presidential election. And all of a sudden, I gained a lot of ground on Josh Allen. So I am now at 17.9% of the votes in second place. Josh Allen at 16.1, followed by Waffle House Wendy at 14.9. And here's the contentious part. Donald Trump, 6.8. Joe Biden, 3.4%. It's all pretty funny to me. Like I said, it's all supposed to be tongue-in-cheek. The ham sandwich shows you how much faith people have. Now, you could argue that perhaps people just put ham sandwich because they don't want to, press, Donald Trump or Joe Biden or whatever, just because they're like, I'm not going to pick a real answer because whatever. But here's the thing. We may all agree, or close to a majority of people agree on a ham sandwich. But where the riders at BFS are going to differ is going to be on the next question. The riders of BFS have chosen. They want the ham sandwich for president. The new question on the sign-in sheet, starting today, is what kind of mustard goes on that ham sandwich? So we're talking about who is the vice president mustard for the presidential ham sandwich, and this is where we're going to be divided. So, starting today on March 7th, the new question on the sign-in sheet is going to be, what's the best mustard for the ham sandwich? Now, this isn't necessarily what's the best mustard overall, but this is the best mustard for a ham sandwich. I think this is going to be a lot more contentious than the vote for the ham sandwich. Because everyone knows a ham sandwich is way better than Donald Trump. Ham sandwich is probably a little more better than Joe Biden or Josh Allen or Waffle House Wendy or myself. So, yeah, that's the podcast for today. You're 3 months into 2023. Here's our demographics. Skateboarders are kicking butt. You guys want a ham sandwich for president. New sign-in question is going to be about mustards. There's a lot of good mustards out there. And that's it. That's Breaking Free Speech. Our first episode for 2023. I'm going to do my best to try to upload these maybe once a month, once a week, depending on what's going on. I got a couple things we got to talk about. Mostly about how terrible the skate park is doing. And it's pretty sad. But frankly, to be honest, there's probably only about a year and a half left that the skate park's going to stay open, depending on how things go. But that's a different conversation. We also have to have a conversation about people that think they're above the rules, people that think they're too cool, that they don't have to wear a helmet. So we're gonna have that conversation about some people. And that's it. So if you watch this on YouTube or the clip on Instagram, let me know what you think the best mustard is. Let me know what you want to talk about on this podcast. I do have a new studio. You can only see half my studio here now. There is a table over here, so we can go back to doing some interviews. I would love to do interviews again. I think there's a lot of really, really cool people in Rochester in the riding scene that I'd love to have conversations. I really, really would like to have conversations, just ask people, why do you ride? What does this mean to you? What would your life look like if you didn't have scootering in it or whatever? Because I think those are conversations that really, really hit. I mean, they hit my heart near and dear. So thanks for watching and listening. Share this with your buddies that go to the skate park. Yeah. All hail the ham sandwich. I'll see you at the skate park later.